Somebody
We didn't-
posted that they saw these,
Maybe it was on the Sumter side, we didn't.
Yeah, it was on the Sumter.
We didn't get anything out of it.
Anything else?
That's it.
Thank you. I'd make a motion to accept the fire chief's report as given.
second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next thing is street lights on Bemis Road. I'm sure you're all familiar with the area near the elementary school. And Brenda Stumbo's office contacted me about this. And it's just a very dark area of Bemis Road down there. And my biggest concern was that Bemis Road is gonna get paved next year, and that's gonna be one heck of a drag strip when they're done. And with that crossing like that, there's no lights. It needed lights on both sides. Why this wasn't put in the initial plans when that was built, I don't know. But the road commission said that we're basically responsible for the lights in that area. So I talked to Justin Hodge, and he's supposed to get back with me soon. He said he should be able to get some money from the county for this. So even though we approve the money and come out of our general fund, hopefully it'll get replaced. So that's what I'm hoping for. Regardless of that, it really needs to be done for the safety of those little kids. Excuse me. So hopefully everybody has had a chance to take a look at this. And, because we're splitting the cost with Ypsilanti. So our share, where's our share at?
So I do have questions, Brian.
Yeah, go on.
So the first thing that I received from Brenda Stumbo, and you were included as well, was about a flashing light at the crossing, that you could push the button and it would stop the traffic so the
Right.
children could cross.
Right,
I was very excited about that. I thought that was perfect, right? Because then it's stopping the traffic for the kids to get back and forth during school hours, after school, during practices and whatnot.
right.
So I don't know how it got changed to just having streetlights. I feel like the streetlights, I know there is lighting down there currently on the school. So I don't know how much the streetlights are actually needed in that area, where I do think that the flashing light, which the Ypsilanti did agree to go with that, half on that. And it does cost more. It's $12,900 to do that one. Our part of it would be $12,900.
No, our part would be 8,000 something.
Well, for what you're talking about, for the lighting through DTE, but
Yeah.
this flashing light is through Washtenaw County Roads. And they would install it and do all the work. So I don't know if it'd be possible to do both of the projects,
Honestly, I don't see why not, because when it comes to safety like this, it's just, and like I said, they're paving that next year. And if you think anybody's gonna pay attention to a flashing light, you're crazy. You know, I mean, it's just
Well,
gonna.
it's not just a flashing light. It's a light they can hit the
No, I
button
understand.
and it's
Right.
red, like
Yeah. No.
stops traffic so the kids
No,
can get across.
I know, I understand. But to have the lighting too involved, it doesn't hurt. You know, especially early in the morning, or now it gets dark at what, 6 o'clock at night, 6:30? But, with sporting events and so on, it's just a, double safety is the way I look at it. But it's the board's decision, but that's the way I personally feel.
So, usually when we talk about these lighting projects, we talk about housing that's nearby.
Right,
And so I'm looking at the map. So the lights that we would put in for Augusta are across the street from where all the houses are on the north side of.
north side of Bemis, right.
Yeah. So there's not any objections.
that should be, that's
From-
the problem.
No, it's not, it's both.
From anyone.
No, we're on the south side, Susan, not the north.
No, I know that, I'm
Oh.
looking at the map, but, do those homeowners get notified?
For the lights?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. And besides, the way the lights are gonna be pitched, because I asked Brendan about that, they'll be so they're not blowing out anybody's windows when they're on. Because they have those adjustable heads and so on with them. But
So-
Yeah, for our overhead lighting is 8,609. Pardon?
So residents have been notified?
They're going to be notified. We haven't approved anything yet.
Okay, so, so the thing is, so Ypsilanti, on their side, they are on the north side, and on this one section, the homes aren't right there, but there is one that's almost right across the street from our side, which is by some homes, so.
But, yeah, I see where the
Yeah.
trees are at. Yeah, right.
I thought-
I mean, but I don't think, yeah.
I
Like
thought I
said.
saw a map where it went, like, there was 3, and then the other 3 from Ipsy was down this way, like,
Yeah.
this is shifted.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yeah,
where that other map was that I saw.
this is just blown up more.
and like I said, if he comes through with that money, we're not gonna be shelling out then maybe nothing at all or very little. Because he said the county had the money they could throw at this. I talked to him yesterday, I talked to him today, and he said he'd be getting back with us.
So if we approve to put this in, and, well, Ypsilanti probably will, so then it sounds like the homeowners are just notified that this is what we're doing.
Right, right. right.
So that, and it goes back to the same thing that's been a problem when we talked about lighting before, in the sense, do they want that whole area lit up like that to begin with? And secondly, I am not seeing the resolve of the children in the school issue, right? Because the flashing light where they could stop the traffic with by hitting the button makes more sense to me.
You can still stop the traffic, but you're stopping it still in the dark, because you're not gonna have lighting.
What do you mean, how are you stopping the traffic? The traffic's gonna keep going if
No,
there's
no,
lights.
if you're stopping the traffic with hitting a button and the traffic stops and the kids are crossing the street, but if it's still dark in the area, you're still gonna need light to see where the heck they're going, is what I'm saying.
Got to think about the recurring cost of this lighting.
Well, let's run over a few kids and then see how that works out.
Well,
All right.
did you make a motion? Make your motion.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Go on, Chris.
What about the, on McKean and Bemis?
McKean and Bemis,
Now, you got people with babies,
yeah,
and I know more people care about animals than they do babies. And you guys are bypassing that whole situation. It gets late by 5:30. Now, there's plenty of people that walk their babies through there, they walk their animals through there. And this was made a while back that we were gonna take a look at that area first.
I thought we were putting a light there.
that, it's, on, the lighting starts the 28th of this month. Installing.
Yeah, now, we were supposed to bring that up,
That's going along
and then,
with Willow.
but then you put it on hold.
And then it was put back on again. It was put
So
back
is
on.
it gonna be taken back off again?
No, they're gonna go be taken back off again. I'm trying to get money from the county and anywhere else I can get
For
it from.
this.
But
Yeah, that's
the Willow
for
light,
this.
yeah, the Willow, yeah. what
Now,
I'm
this
saying,
thing,
Willow,
this light here is where you turn that light off, or turn it on, turn it off.
I think so.
It still stays
Yeah, so where are we worried about?
dark
When you already put
for
lighting
quite a
up
bit
on it.
of time.
Are you talking about the stop light?
The stop light, even the one with the button that you push
Right,
to hold it for the kids,
all right.
that doesn't stay off that long.
Yeah, I know, well, that was my point, you still need light to cross. Is that what you mean too?
Yeah, that one,
Okay,
these
okay.
need all to be taken care of before
Okay.
somebody gets killed.
All right. Anyways, I wanna make my motion. I make a motion to approve the DTE contract for lighting on Bemis Road and amend the budget in the amount of $8,609.34 to be paid by General Fund Department 101-448 using fund balance. Anybody gonna second it?
I'll second
second
it.
it,
But
okay.
So-
put that light in that Kim's talking about.
But that's something, right, that, okay,
That needs to be put in too.
one motion at a time.
Well, so that was one question I had, so if you're gonna do both, but I would rather, I can vote on that one for the stop, for, you know, to stop for the traffic for the kids. But as far as the lights go, I mean, does that have to be put in right away, and maybe we can see what Justin can come up with first, and does it?
Well,
and
it's gonna be a
just
while,
put
it's gonna
on
be a while
hold for a
before,
minute?
it's gonna be a while before the lights and that go in anyways. Look at the ones on Willow Road, they're finally, and the one on McKean, they're finally gonna get to that at the end of the month, it's only been 4 months.
Well,
You
the
know.
other thing, Brian, is that this contract has already been signed by Ypsilanti Township, that they've agreed to put their 12,900 in.
Right,
If we put our 12,900 in and get a flashing light for the kids, that will be done right away through the road commission.
right, that'll be
That
done.
is something immediate to take care of the situation
All
with
right.
the kids going to school.
But the thing with the DTE is, this price that I got through DTE, that will go up if we lock it in, and like I said, I know Justin will come through with this for the money, for the lights.
Well, I don't know if they'll do both, though, is what I'm
Who
saying.
would do both?
The town, Ypsilanti
Yes, they
Township.
will, they're gonna put
Well,
lights in too.
Well, I'm
From
saying, I don't know
discussions.
if they will do both of these agreements, like, if they haven't signed the other agreement, to my knowledge.
I don't think it's gone in front of the board yet, that I know of.
All right, so,
Well, is there a deadline? I mean, can we?
No, there's no deadline, it's
Can we
just,
table the light part? and
if you
just
table the
vote?
light part, you're gonna lose that price that we got through DTE, you're gonna lose it.
Well, he said Justin's gonna come up with the money. so-
Yeah, well, but the
No,
thing is, in the
you don't wanna make
meantime,
it no more than what you have to either.
yeah, in the meantime, we'll be moving forward with it. If he comes through with money, then you put the money back in the general fund. But it's, you know, otherwise you're gonna lose out on it, on this deal, that's all.
How far
I
is
hate
it
to
from
do
the
this
nearest
on
street
this
light
kind
right
of
now?
Scenario.
I
I
forget
know,
how
I
far
know.
it is, I haven't been down there.
I wish I would've
So
talked.
this is just for the crossing
Yes,
one, correct?
Yeah,
On top of the other one that is our part, which would be 8,000 and
for
something.
these 3 lights
So we're
here.
talking 20, roughly 21,000.
yeah, 21.
But the thing I'm concerned with, Linda, is I don't know if Ypsilanti Township would agree to do both. I would hope they would, I would think they would.
I'm
But I
sure
don't
they
know.
will. They were gonna put 3
Well-
lights on one side, 3 on the other.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
until
but
we
we don't-
know for sure, that's,
Yeah.
I'm kinda hung up on that too. If we don't know for sure if they're gonna.
Plus then we'd
Well,
have to put in our
what you need is
3, and we might
Ypsilanti
not put in
Township,
our
they
3.
need to be here too.
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Is
You
this
know,
where the,
all right,
is this where the lights are or where they're gonna go?
Where they're gonna
where
go.
are we gonna go?
But
The
that's,
crosswalks right here.
This is a pathway.
And who's put that light in?
Subdivisions and it's a sidewalk, but it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm assuming we're
Well,
still
this is
splitting it
not-
all.
this is our
Yeah, we're on it, right, we're doing it.
This here, see,
This is the cross.
That's Augusta Township, 3 locations for our
That
lights.
doesn't look like.
Theirs
So
is different, I don't have that in front of me.
Would come from,
2 different ones.
And the traffic thing that you're talking about would be, is that, would it be here or down here?
You know, there has, I would
probably-
think right there, but you got these 2 areas too, so.
Yeah.
And she doesn't put that in the picture.
well,
Well, she does say, they say at Bemis and Marlow Drive, yeah, Marlow Drive and Bemis, yeah, right here.
okay,
This section here, then.
yeah, yeah.
And I imagine there's a lot of people from that who come, you know, children.
There's a light right here now, right? Is that what we're putting, there?
No, it's where you're putting
Now they're
it
talking
in.
about if they did the stop sign, it would be Venus and Marlowe, which would be right here.
There's a light here and a light here.
I think that's the proposals, there,
The
there,
proposals,
there,
yeah, there's
there.
not lights, yeah. It's dark down
Yep, those lights light up quite a bit. You need 2 of them.
there. That's what DTE came up with, that's what they changed.
Well, what do you
They
want
spec
to
that
do?
stuff out.
Well, yeah, they're gonna get money. But personally, I think 1 light here, that's gonna light up the whole
Right,
area.
Okay, so make,
I made the motion, I got my second. All right, you done beating this up or what? Okay.
so the
Guys,
first thing we're gonna vote on is the DTE lights. Brian made the motion, Deborah seconded it.
right, okay, Susan,
I'm gonna have to vote no because I don't have enough
David?
information.
I agree with Susan, I'd vote no on that.
Debbie,
Yes.
Linda,
I think I need more information too, no.
Oh my God.
Chris,
Yes.
Shelby, yes, Kim?
No.
Okay.
And I am gonna make a motion to approve the agreement, with Washtenaw County Roads to put the flashing light at Bemis Road and Marlowe Drive pedestrian
Not
crossing.
enough.
Second.
I know, that's good.
Susan,
Not to exceed 12,000.
So we're voting on the second?
Yeah, we're gonna vote on this, yeah.
Okay, yes, I can vote for that.
David,
Yeah.
Debbie,
Yep.
Kim,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Chris,
Yeah.
better than nothing.
Are we really
Shelby,
gonna play
yes.
politics over lighting? Yeah.
Wait for public comment. Yeah, I appreciate it, but thanks.
Well, but this, we got like here.
But
Whatever.
I tell you, flashing light is all and well, but if you can't see where the hell you're going, it's not any good.
Well, if the kids are dressed in black, and a lot of these kids dress in dark clothes during the winter
Okay.
time.
And
They can
I will
make
make a motion to
mistake.
to amend the budget to include the 12,900, and we could take it out of the general fund.
Well, you know what I think you guys should do is you should take a run on Bemis.
Can I get a
And-
second for my motion to
Okay.
amend the budget, please?
Okay. go ahead.
Second.
Roll call, Brian.
All right, Susan,
Yes.
David,
Yeah.
Debbie,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Shelby, yes, Kim.
Yes.
All right, well, just remember the first kid that gets hit. All right, approved the rolling unpaid water services for tax roll.
Okay, so, this is a motion that the treasurer's office does once a year, it's an annual thing, where we roll delinquent water that is, older than, April 1st, to the winter tax roll per our, utility ordinance, which I included in the agenda. So I'd like to make a motion to approve rolling delinquent utility debt from customers with debt older than April 1st to the winter tax roll if not paid by 11/1/2024. And that current total is $9,297.27.
I'll second.
Susan,
Yes.
David,
Yeah.
Debbie,
Yep.
Linda,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
Shelby, yes, Kim.
Yes.
Approve resolution 24-19, purchasing policy.
Yeah, this is the purchasing policy. It's the policy that I brought to the board last meeting. The auditors have recommended that we put a purchasing policy in place. It is basically the same, well, we have been following this rule of thumb for several years, but this is putting it in writing. So I would make a motion to approve draft resolution 2419 to adopt the draft purchasing policy 0003.
Second.
Susan,
Yes.
David,
Yeah.
Debbie,
No.
Linda,
Yes.
Chris,
No.
Shelby, no, Kim.
Yes.
Okay, approve awarding bid for value replacement project. Valve replacement project, sorry.
So this is the excavating for the 24 valve replacement project. So they did the bid opening, and it was awarded to Salvian Trucking and Excavating. And do we have F&B here right now?
No, they
Yeah.
couldn't make it, they had emergency.
Would you like to say anything about it, Matt?
So it is designed to replace old and aging valves that are starting to corrode and possibly leak throughout the system. The money is been allocated through the capital improvement plan and approved through the budget, so it's available. The township already has the money. We put the project out to bid, low bidder was Salabine. Salabine, yeah. They are a very qualified firm, they do a lot of this type of work, and they are able to fit it in and get it done here, hopefully yet this year. So we are recommending that we award the project to Salabine
That's
Excavating.
nice. I think that's.
So I would make a motion to award Salambine Trucking and Excavating of Dundee, Michigan for the contractor for the 2024 valve replacement project.
Second.
Any discussion?
Are we going to be replacing almost broke valves, or are we gonna be replacing the broke valves?
Well, when you dig that bugger up and the cost, you're gonna replace the whole thing.
Well,
Because when John was in, they used iron bolts, not stainless steel. And he said a long time ago that they're gonna have to be replaced. So that's what's gotta be done. Otherwise, these buggers leak. Just telling you, man, so.
it's always something.
Well, that's the way it is.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Susan,
Yes.
David? Yep. Debbie?
Yeah,
Linda?
Yes.
Chris?
No.
Shelby, yes. Kim?
Yes.
Okay. Approved 2025 meeting schedule.
Yes.
Go on.
Everybody received the schedule for the 2025 meetings for the Board of Trustees, Tax Board Review, Planning Commission, Farmland Preservation, Zoning Board of Appeals, and the Township holidays. Yeah, so I would make a motion to approve the 2025 meeting schedule.
Second.
Susan?
Yes.
David?
Yeah.
Debbie?
no,
Linda?
Yes.
Chris?
No.
Shelby, yes. Kim?
Yes.
Moving on.
we don't have the right to set next year's agenda. We're a board going out.
Then they
They
can
need to
change
set
it when
their
they come
own-
in. Then they can do it
Yeah.
when they come in.
If they want something changed, you can do that,
Yes.
but it is a requirement to set it in
Right.
advance.
So they can do it when they get in. Supervisors report, utility report, they couldn't make it tonight because something came up.
Yeah, I don't have anything that
You know,
James would present.
well, then get out of here, come on. You're worthless. No, it's in the packet, so, yeah, there's nothing.
No, it isn't.
It's not? Oh, I thought he did. Oh, sorry, boy, that's how much I paid attention. Anyways, they're still out there working on, I think the flushing's done. He's still painting hydrants and the usual replacements that their usual maintenance is going on. We haven't had any breaks, luckily. Supervisors report. This thing came up with Foster, what's the other name of it? Foster what? Swift, thank you. And about the state wanting to take our different rights or whatever away. And there's been quite a few people that's looked into it. Wendy has, David Frey has, of course our attorney has. And it depends if we want to put in any money in this lawsuit or just sit back, let somebody else pay for it and reap the benefits. They got, you know, these three got, you know, this information on it. So, take it away, Vic.
Well, I mean, there's a lawsuit that's gonna go into place, and it's not necessarily related to the Public Act itself. What happened is that in the Public Act, there was a provision in the Public Act that gave the Michigan Public Service Commission the authority to set forth the procedures and policies related to basically enforcement of the act, basically. And so what happened was that on October 10th, the Michigan Public Service Commission put out an order that was 168 pages that basically defines how the process for getting these things approved goes under the statute. And what the lawsuit is about is actually, it's going to be an appeal. It's going to be an appeal of that order that was entered by the Michigan Public Service Commission because of the belief that it goes further and outside what the actual statute provides. And in doing so, it further hinders or impedes local control over these projects. And so, as I understand it, and I spoke with Michael Honier, who's one of the principals of Foster Swift, they are gonna start this lawsuit. They are soliciting other municipalities that want to participate in the lawsuit, with the advantage being that the cost of, going through the lawsuit will, be diminished. The more municipalities that join it, less cost to each of the municipalities. The intent of the law firm is to bill normally, like they would, by the hour, for services related to the appeal, and then, divide that up amongst the many municipalities who join. So, right now, I understand there's at least 20. There may be more. And in talking to Michael Holmier, he guesstimated that, it would be probably less than $10,000 per municipality. And frankly, he believed that it would probably be closer to $5,000 per municipality. But nothing is guaranteed, okay? And it's going to be the situation where the cost of the service is going to be divided amongst the number of municipalities that are going to join the lawsuit. I will say that it's true that, even if you do not decide to participate in the lawsuit, well, Augusta Township will not be a named party in the lawsuit, will not be a named plaintiff in the lawsuit. And whatever the result of that lawsuit is, would ultimately, you would derive whatever the benefit or the consequence of that lawsuit, either way, okay? Because if they're successful in attacking the provisions of that order, and the order's rewritten, I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, okay? So if they're successful, the township can get the benefit whether or not they put in any money. The other thing that I would say is that typically in a case like this, if it would also benefit the township to have its own counsel involved, then the township would have to pay for that counsel. And the only reason I would say that is because for communication purposes, you're gonna be better off having your own legal counsel advising you as to, keeping track and advising you as to what's going on, if you wanna know. Maybe you don't, maybe you don't care, let them go ahead and handle it, let them go ahead and deal with it, whatever the consequence of that lawsuit is. Again, you'll reap the benefit, or whatever the consequence is, so.
What's the minimum we can put in?
Well, it's not about putting a minimum in, it's about getting billed when the services are provided, okay? So, again, the intent, as I understand it, I'm talking to Michael Holmier, is that the intent is to do the work, bill it out to each of the municipalities in proportion, to the number, basically.
Well, what's our deadline on this thing?
Well, I don't know if there's really a deadline. I mean, I think there's a deadline for filing the appeal, but as far as joining the lawsuit, well, let me
When's the
think
deadline
about
going to be?
that.
November 7th.
That's for filing
That's for
the
joining.
appeal. That's for joining?
Yeah, they need to know who the townships are.
Well,
who's gonna
for
file
putting,
them.
for putting the names of the municipalities that are joining the lawsuit on the caption, that they probably did set, maybe they did set a deadline for that. I didn't have that conversation with Michael, so.
What was the date?
Pardon me?
November 7th?
Yes.
Well, and I'm curious if Michigan Township Association is going to join it.
Well, they're not a municipality per se, okay, so,
They're just an advisory board.
they take up the positions of municipalities and they support those. And so if they were gonna get involved, they wouldn't be involved as a municipality, they would be involved as an entity themselves that joins the lawsuit on behalf of the townships.
The townships.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything like that, so.
But they can join if they wanted to.
They could, actually, they would have to ask to join probably, because I don't think they could join as a matter of right, because I'm not certain they have standing, proper standing, because they're not a municipality, and they're attacking it on behalf of municipalities. I don't know, that's a standing question, which I haven't really analyzed. I question whether or not they may or may not, but they could always ask, okay, and frankly, if they did ask to intervene in the case, then, you know, likely a judge would want to hear from them, so.
So what do we have to, by anteing up any money or anything like that? I mean,
Well, it's not, like I say, it's not ending up any money. It is whatever the cost of doing the appeal is going to be. It's going to be, you know, paid for by the several municipalities that are involved in the lawsuit.
so would we have to make any motion to vote on anything tonight for this, if we support it?
Well, I
or-
mean, I think that the board needs to decide whether or not they want to participate in the lawsuit. And so, yes, you'd have to make that motion. And if you decide you want to participate in the lawsuit, then you have to recognize that the expectation that you're gonna have to pay for it, pay a
Yeah.
portion of it.
Right,
So I spoke to Kevin Martis, who is a county commissioner. He's the one that's listed on this sheet that we received. And he was saying, he told me the same information, that now 20, he thinks around 20, maybe 20 plus have joined. And he was saying over the cost over 2 to 3 years, right now, they're estimating could look between 5 to 10,000 a year, right now. So that's just like a rough estimate. And the more communities that join, like you said, yeah.
He's saying per municipality?
Yeah, per municipality.
Well, you have to understand also, I mean, you know, the estimate of $10,000 by Michael is just that, it's just a guesstimation, that's what I said to begin with. And, you know, the litigation could go, the appeal could be decided, and then there could be an appeal of that decision to the Supreme Court. So, I mean, the litigation could drag on for, you know, for several years, possibly. I would think it wouldn't be that long, because it is an appeal, and there is some, it's kind of important to get it decided, you know, sooner rather than later, because the reality is that order's out there and it's effective until a court says otherwise.
right. David Frey looked into this too, and I wanted because he researched this out, and it's only fair, you know, everybody else has had a chance.
What are you laughing about, Kim?
Come on, Debbie, please, go ahead. This is information, go ahead, please.
Just go out, David, it ain't working.
No, Vic, this is an appeal, right?
It's an appeal.
So the case has already been filed, correct?
Well, I don't think the case has been filed yet.
Just an appeal
It's an
at this
appeal.
point, okay.
It's an appeal
Well,
in order, an administrative.
I know, I've talked to a few people about it. We don't have any obligation to join it. If the decision is favorable, we're gonna benefit from it anyway. So it seems to me that they've already raised plenty of money to handle a lawsuit in the event that they need more, and they need us